Well, they're largely forwards, transfers. Ben Harvey started for Eastern Illinois, really talented guard. He won some drills for them during the season for the practice team. Basically, was a really good ball handler, really good shooter. One of the best shooters they had on that team. Didn't get to play, so now he'll have 3 years to play starting this year. And then they picked up a couple of transfers, and were exactly what they needed. It's just you wish all of them were all one player, but they have a 6'8" forward from Division II Lewis University, Anthony DeVonzo, who was about a 40% 3-point shooter, leading scorer, leading rebounder for 500 Lewis team. But he's just what SIU needs. He led the league in rebounding, averaged almost 10 rebounds a game. And SIU was last in rebounding margin. As you guys probably know, they still led the league in scoring defense, but their rebounding margin cost them some games. And so their first signee was Indian Hills forward J.D. Mula from a 30-3 team, starting forward, really physical. His offensive game is still kind of evolving, but he averaged almost 8 or 9 rebounds a game, and that's really what they need to kind of supplement Sekou and Marcus, if they decide to play Marcus down there. And then they signed another forward from Canada. Freshman, was one of the best players in Canada, played for an undefeated team in a league that produced the MVP of that league, went to Washington State, and another one went to another high major, Kyler Filowich, and he's 6'9", 250. So he's a pretty big boy. Doesn't shoot threes, and they don't need him to. They need him to be that down low post scorer, a real physical kid that I think will play right away and maybe play a lot of minutes for him. And then they signed 2 guards last November. Dalton Banks, one of the best players in Wisconsin for his class, an elite point guard they thought could have helped him this year. He may be the starting point guard next year. High scoring point guard, had a couple games where he scored 30, 40 points. They were in the regional championship before the season was over, so they were on their way to the state playoffs potentially. And then Eric Butler is a 6'3" guard from Orlando Christian that won the state championship, was the number 1 team in the state all season. And he led them there. He scored all 12 of his points in the last quarter to help Orlando Christian win the state title in Class 2A in Florida. So they needed to get more athletic, and I think he's going to add some athleticism to them. And they've got 2 scholarships left. So I think they're looking for an older guard, maybe another shooting guard. But they really helped their size inside and possible starting point guard with their class.